All right, good afternoon or good evening or whenever you're seeing this, good whatever, my wonderful 7314 students. We are back at it for another week of 7314 stuff. And at this time, I think that I'm going to do a few course updates as I always do, and then we are actually going to look at something very basic that I probably should have started out this course with. And I think I may have assumed too much knowledge, but based on some questions that I've gotten recently, I have decided to backtrack and just look at a few things that maybe I should have looked at during week one. But until you guys finish this course, it is not too late for me to try to spring it on you. So with that said, I am going to do that. Now, before I even get into looking, and we're going to be looking at some basic stuff on the Mizzou Libraries webpage, but before we even get into that, I have not, for one thing, I have not gotten any new questions in the questions discussion board area, so I don't have anything that I think I need to address at the moment there. If there are any questions, of course, you can put them there, you can email me, you can do what have you. But I just checked and I did not see any questions there, so hopefully we are okay on that front. But we got some other things we probably should discuss. For one thing, I gave some time for you all last week as far as if you did not turn in the first assignment, I'm sorry, now I'm just drawing this blank, the reference interaction report. If you did not turn that in, you will be at this point getting a 0 for that assignment. Most of you turned it in. There were a few who did not, and I did provide a little bit of warning. If you saw the video or saw the commentary under the video from last week, then you know that that warning was there, and I did not hear from everyone who did not turn that assignment in. So at this point, my apologies, but yes, you will have a 0 recorded for that assignment if you have not contacted me. As far as the virtual reference assignment, I had quite a few people email me regarding or contact me in various ways regarding Question Point, which Question Point is definitely one of the most annoying things that I have to deal with. I create accounts and I recreate accounts and I recreate accounts. So if you are having Question Point issues, please, please, please feel free to reach out to me. I think at this point I have actually had 8 people in this class with questionpoint.org issues, and that is okay. That is okay. It is not your fault. Contact me and we'll work through that. But do it soon because your assignment will be due soon. If you are not working on the semester-long project, I would strongly encourage you all to look at that and to start working on it. If you wait until the end of the semester, you will be as pissed off as my students from last semester who had to take that as a final exam. And believe me, they were quite pissed off at me about that, which is why I made the adjustment, because their complaints were right. And that project does need to be spread out over the course of the semester. But having said that, you all have access to that full semester-long project. You've had it since the beginning of the class. If you have not started, I recommend you start. Please do not wait to get started on that, okay? Now, having said that, like I said, we're going to go through some very basic things that you will see on the website for Mizzou, for the Mizzou Libraries. And what we're going to do is we are going to go back to some basics, because I have shown you a few things in a few databases, but based on a few interactions that I've had with some students, I can see that I probably skipped some things that I may have thought were basic knowledge that are not, and that's not your fault, that is mine. So for those of you who did have to contact me regarding those things, please do not feel bad at all. That is my fault, and that's something that I am going to try to remedy right now. So let's get into it. Okay, so there are going to be quite a few times when you all are practicing as librarians where you are going to have incomplete information and you need to locate an article, or you need to, and I've actually seen this in this class and in the other class that I'm teaching this semester, where if you don't have, you have to provide all the information available that is requested in a citation. And if you don't see all of that information immediately, that does not mean that that information is not available. You may just have to go and search for it. So we are going to learn how to search for information. We are going to learn how to find things that we feel we may not have immediate access to. And this is going to come in handy as you all are proceeding with your careers as librarians, okay? So let's what we want to do if we are in Mizzou Library is library.mizzou.edu is we are going to actually look at these two things today, okay? We are going to look at how to find a specific journal, how to find a specific article, okay? Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is we are going to go back into Canvas here. And I am on our module page, and I am going to go down to week 4 because there are things that I want to do with week 4. Okay, now I believe this was one of the broken links, this Vanscoy article. Let's make sure. Oh, to hell with you. Okay, so maybe it wasn't. Let me see. Oh, well, am I behind the paywall? Let's see. First page preview. Haha! Okay, so yes, this will work. Okay. Vanscoy. So we are going to figure out how to deal with Vanscoy. Okay. Let's go back. So we only had that first page of Vanscoy, and we want all of Vanscoy. Vanscoy, by the way, Amy Vanscoy is so well known in this field. So, you know, you may want to familiarize yourself with that name. This is, I don't want to say an up-and-coming star, but you will see this name a lot, and I'm totally in awe of Amy Vanscoy because I don't know if I will ever match that track record. But anyway, having said that, so we've got this article and we want all the pages. We want 272 to 278. We don't just want that first page. So let's figure out if we might be able to get more than that first page. So we've got all the vital information we need right here. Okay. So we know that this article appears in Library and Information Science Research. So let's see if we can find that specific journal. Library and Information Science Research. Yeah. There we go. Let me move myself. So you see that right there? We're going to select that. We're going to click search. And when we do that, it's our first option. So we've got date ranges that we're dealing with. We are, Merlin will get us things from 1983 to 2006 for paper copies. And so there's a request procedure there. Or got Science Direct, 1998 through the present. So let's see if this article appeared in or after 1998? And if so, we should have access to the full text. This article appeared in 2013. You see it right there. So we should have our full text access. Let's see what happens. Can select Science Direct. I gotta log in. Okay. And we are brought to the journal homepage. And what we want to do from here is find our correct volume and issue. So we're looking at 2013, volume 35, issue 4. Let's see. So what we've got to do, and different journals are going to have interfaces that look different. So you just got to figure out what you're looking at. But we're going to go to View All Issues. We are going to go to 2013, volume 35. And what was our issue number? It's issue number 4. So we're going there. Issue number 4. And as you can see, we've got some green lights. Full text access, full text access, full text access, so forth and so on. So now we just need to find our page number. 272 to 278. So we'll keep scrolling down. 271, so it should be the next one. And there it is. Fully engaged practice and emotion connection, aspects of the practitioner perspective of reference and information services. You can click that. And now we don't just have the one page like we saw earlier. We have the entire document. So, you need to familiarize yourselves with these tools. I cannot stress that enough. So one thing that I want you all to be aware of, and I have applied for and interviewed for library jobs for years, and I can say that one thing that you want to do is be familiar with the functions of the library website if you get called in for an on-campus interview, okay? And so this is one of those features. It was something that we saw on the library homepage, and it was something that we use it, we see it here, and that gets us more than our one-page preview. It gets us the full article. And just to be quite real with it, a lot of employers, even for your entry-level jobs, are probably going to expect you to be able to know this sort of stuff. So I need to teach it to you because it's my job to try to help you get a job when you leave here. Okay? All right. Now, you can do something similar as far as close out of these. I make random noises, I'm sorry. It's because I'm a lunatic. Now, searching for a specific article should work in a similar fashion. Okay. Actually, it works in the same fashion, it looks like. So we are brought right to this same page. Let me see if I just clicked the wrong thing. Specific article. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, let's see. Library and Information Science Research. I guess it's the exact same page, is it? Because if so, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so maybe with a different search, we would get to see what the differences may be here. But for the search that I selected, it's exactly the same. Okay? Now, the next thing I need to do, and then we're going to wrap it up, so this will be kind of a shorter lecture tonight. Say you're looking at this. So one thing that I've kind of wagged my finger at some of you for is, yes, when you were doing citations, you've got to get all the information that may be possible. So let's look at this Catherine Ross article. This Catherine Ross article, as you can see, is lacking volume and issue information. We've got our author, we've got our date, we've got our article title, we have our journal title, which is referencing User Services Quarterly, and we have page numbers. But as you can see, the volume and issue information like we have here is not readily available here. But there are going to be a lot of times when you run into that, and you can't just stop there. When you're putting together a works cited page, you are actually going to need to make an attempt to find that information. Hold on one moment. That is my chicken beeping at me because I'm going to have dinner as soon as I finish talking to you all. All right, lovelies. So let's find our volume and issue information because it's missing and it's not going to be that hard to find. We just do pretty much what we did last time and we'll see if it's there. So we're going to go back, specific journal. And our journal that we are looking at is Referencing User Services Quarterly. So we're going to type that in. Referencing User Services Quarterly. Going to click search. And as you can see, we have our different options here. 2002, 97, 97, 02. So are we in our range? Yes, we're in 03. So let's select one of these. I'm going to go ahead and do the, let's see, let's hope this works. One of our 97s. So that's going back, as you can see here, from 97 up to 18. And what we want to look for is 2003, and we want to find out our volume and issue information. So if we go to 2003, our selection right here, those are our options 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this is the search process, and there might be a little bit of berry picking with this. So, I can't tell from here which issue. I do know my volume is probably going to be volume number, oh, well, this is good because we have 2 volumes in 2003. We've got volume 42 and volume 43. So, it's going to be a little more challenging than I expected. But there is such an easy workaround, guys. So if you don't want to try to wade through these issues to try to find out which issue this particular Catherine Ross article appeared in, then your other option, and you'll see this in your EBSCO databases, you will see this, I believe, also in your ProQuest and Gale databases, is this guy right here, search within this publication. If we put that in, then we can try to just do a title search, the reference interview. Let's see. Let's see if we put the reference interview, and we can select that as a title. And our author is Catherine Ross. So let's see what happens if we put Ross as our author. Search. And we've got it. So the reference interview, why it needs to be used in every, well, almost every reference transaction. The reference interview, why it needs to be used in every, well, almost every reference transaction. Okay. And when we click into this record, we now see that we do know what our volume and issue are. Volume 43, issue number 1. So just because you didn't see it there doesn't mean it can't be found. It can be found very easily. And what you just have to do is know what information you need, know what information you have, and know where to plug in the information you have in order to get to the information you need. So that's the long and short of it. We are actually going to stop it right there. This is something that, again, maybe I should have started the course out with, but better late than never. You all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I do not think that I will be recording the lecture on time next week. I don't think I'll record it on Monday because Monday will be a travel day for me next week. I am going back to North Carolina to celebrate my dad's 70th birthday party with him. Sorry for anyone who's offended that I'm taking some personal time, but at the same time, I don't know if Dad's going to make it to 75 or 80, so I'm going to celebrate 70 with him. Having said that, you all be easy. If you need me, I'm an email away, austinj@missouri.edu. Take care of yourselves.